Hello, my name is Callie Penrose, and during this webinar, I will be covering my digital marketing communication strategy for Divento Academy. It is specifically aimed to recruit students in the UK. Where are we now? Divento are a successful trading company. They have 41 students in their current third year of the academy. They are mostly male dominated and have no current social media presence. Now, where do we want to be? We want to maintain a successful trading company. We want to aim for 250 plus students by the 5th year. We also want to introduce more females to trading and, of course, create a strong social media presence. Divento have a millennial target audience. This means that they check their phones up to 90 times a day. Females want a job which gives them support and guidance. They also respond well to in-store demos such as the Apple Store. They create connections and therefore more sales. And Facebook is their most used social media account. To the left here, you will see a profile segmentation that I have created for the Academy based on my research. If you'd like to read this in full, the details are available on my communications plan. For this communications plan, I have chosen to use the RACE model because it's effective in planning all elements of my marketing strategy. In order for Divento to reach their target audience, they will need to use search engine optimization, pay per click, and of course, social media marketing. During the Act to Convert stage, Divento will need to use brand search term strength, social customer relationship management, as well as taster days and sessions which will take place at both schools and universities. Once Divento has a larger audience and consumer base, they will need to keep them engaged, and in order to do this, they need to continue their customer relationship management, as well as doing webinars and a potential web refit. So how do we get there? In other words, how exactly do we use these tactics we talked about in the RACE model? Starting with search engine optimization and pay per click, they need to use these to boost their rankings on Google and ultimately their brand awareness. This will mean they are found a lot easier using search terms, and the goal will be to get on the first page. As well as that, the company needs to begin their social media marketing. The company can make efforts to increase its online presence by campaigning a strong message such as #PassionForSuccess, which could also be used as a motivator. They can also post regular updates about their taster days and the progression of the company. During the Act to Convert stage, the company will need to use brand search term strength. Using Google Analytics, Divento will be able to determine what keywords consumers need in order to find their site and the trends of when this will be most popular. This will help to ensure the company are using the right keywords in their search engine optimization so that consumers can find them. They will also use customer relationship management. The company can post updates of current and past students as well as their progress and will regularly respond to comments. This will create the feel of a community and will show consumers that Divento are not just a trading company, but show an interest in their students' futures. Now, taster sessions. It could be assumed that for young people and students, the cost of something is always going to be a major element to consider. By doing taster sessions, Divento eliminates any doubt or risk for their target audience, and by going to schools and universities, they will reach more females. The taster sessions will also reach people which may not have been likely to apply to the course previously. Millennials have an increasing demand for confident and transparent companies, so to respond to this, Divento can set up an account on YouTube to post webinars or blogs. These won't be lessons as such, but glimpses into the world of finance and will aid the consumer in the research stage of the purchasing funnel. The company will then need to make some decisions on whether they would like to make some changes to their website. It is said that people make up their minds within 90 seconds of their initial interactions, and 62 to 90% of these are based on colours alone. The grey colours on the website, although they do connote feelings of stability and trust, they may not be completely engaging. Upon investigating, the mobile site has a 7-second loading speed and therefore a 26% chance of customer loss. And for a company whose target audience check their phones up to 90 times a day, this is definitely something to consider. As a result of both of these elements, Divento's potential consumers could be dropping out as early as the first impression stage. Here are some colour schemes that I have come up with. The company can bring in small amounts of colour to their Academy page, such as orange or red, both colours which connote passion, ambition and optimism. Alternatively, the company could use blues, which are connected to emotions of trust and loyalty. Organising all of these tactics and when they will need to be used is also important. During the first 3 months, search engine optimization will be crucial to increase the company's awareness and make them easy to find. Without doing so, other marketing tactics will be wasted. Also, during the first month, the company can arrange some focus groups to find out whether adding colour to the website will engage people more. Then, using the information provided, they can make relevant changes. Once the company has tried out its new design, they can test bounce rates and site duration to see if it has been effective. This will of course mean they will also need to be taken in January to be able to compare. The initial setup of the company's social media accounts will begin immediately, and the goal for the first month will be to reach a minimum of 5,000 followers. Divento can begin doing this themselves, but if not achieved, can pay for followers. Divento will need to commit to regular updates, daily if possible, and will also need to attempt to increase their follower base at a steady rate each month. The company will begin their webinars in March once they have secured a follower base on social media. They will start off every 2 weeks to gain subscriptions, and once they reach May, they will go down to 1 a month. They need to stay regular to avoid any cognitive dissonance. The webinars and blog posts are a tool to aid brand loyalty and transparency, and so can come at a later stage in the campaign during the engage stage. During the first 3 months, in order to successfully use search engine optimization and pay-per-click, Divento will need to be carrying out regular research into brand search term strengths to ensure they are using the correct key phrases for their consumers to find them. As popular searches can be trends for that time period, the company will need to do some further research in later months to ensure they are staying current and are easy to find. The taster sessions will be at schools and universities, and so therefore needs to follow the turn time pattern. Students will be finalising decisions to go into higher education in the new year, so it will be important to do taster days for secondary school students during the January and February months. This is so that they know they have other options. The best time for taster sessions for universities will be second term, as third term stress may mean the sessions won't be prioritised. However, third term can still be useful, as university students will most likely do the course during the summer. When creating a digital marketing strategy, it is important to be able to measure and control its success. It will then be important to measure the website's bounce rates, and for those staying on the website, how long they will browse. By measuring these metrics, the company will be able to determine the success rates of their search engine optimization and how many more visits their website will be getting. If the bounce rates are higher than 60%, they need to be considered. Divento need to monitor how many people are using the links provided on social media posts. The company also needs to monitor how many times the website is visited in comparison to the number of times the sign up button is used. This is also known as conversion rate. These need to be examined and compared every 2 months to make sure that there is a rise. Divento could hire an employee to control their social media. The role would require them to reply to comments, ensuring a constant two-way conversation. The employee could also post regular updates and follow people that suit the company's profile in a regular attempt to boost followers. They can then monitor how well the company is being engaged with on these platforms and feed this back to help improvements. Once the campaign has been fulfilled, the company can then measure the profit made from the academy and minus the spending to calculate its benefits. By choosing a campaign with low spending, it means the benefits are likely to be high. For example, customer relationship management and taster days will cost no money. Whilst at the taster sessions, the company needs to record the number of students who come and if possible take details on a form. This could also be later used for email marketing, and the company can then monitor how many students are signing up to the course and therefore how successful the taster days have been. Now, let's just recap. First of all, what were our campaign objectives? The main objective is, of course, to increase the number of students. This will be done through the taster days and the taster sessions, and this will affect the company's profit. The next focus is to increase the company's website traffic and therefore their awareness. And the last thing, of course, is to build the company's social media presence, and this is to focus on building a stronger consumer relationship. Now, the campaign overview. This is relevant to the company's tone of voice. Divento are not just a trading academy, they focus on their students' futures and show an interest, and this is why it's important to build a stronger consumer relationship. The company will have a professional, confident, and motivating character, and this will come across in their social media marketing. The messages that are put across do not focus on trading and what it includes, but are messages to explain why the consumer should choose Divento, and this is that they will assist them in creating a future. Thank you for listening, and here is my email if you have any further questions.